everyone. This is Shazak from No More Under, and I cannot tell you how excited and honored I am to be here with Coach Noelle, also known as Coach with the Fro. Thank you so much for being here, Noelle. We are just kind of actually having a more casual conversation, just in honor of Women's History Month, of what it means and what it feels like, and just the experience of being a woman in the aquatic space. I mean, just being a woman in the world, we could go, on and on about that. But with our work, I think there is a different perspective that we have in working in the aquatic space. And I guess just to give our listeners and viewers a little bit of background about you, if you can just the resume of what you have done and how you've been involved in aquatics.
Well, first of all, I'm a huge fan of yours, so really happy to be here and be in the honor of great women, birds of a feather.
I'm telling you.
So my name is Coach Noelle Singleton, and I am the founder of AfroSwimmers, which right now is the largest Black virtual swim community in the world. If you click on hashtag AfroSwimmers, you can see Black and brown people doing amazing things in aquatics all over. We have competitive swimmers, we have recreational swimmers, we have open divers, kayaking, water polo, you name it. Black and brown people have always had a space in aquatics, and I am fighting to change what a swimmer looks like. And AfroSwimmers has not only met every expectation I've had, but surpassed it. And in a way, it's my baby. I also have launched international partnerships in Montserrat and Antigua and Barbuda. I have been able to collaborate and build partnerships with other organizations of like mind, such as yours. And we are able to attack drowning and water safety as a community, because it's not a one-person job. One person is not responsible for saving the world. It is a community effort. And so the more that people realize that they have a role in keeping children and families safe and in showing all of the healing benefits that having a healthy relationship with water can bring you, the more we're able to tackle these drowning rates and eliminate them, not reduce them. I want them gone because they're preventable. Being a woman in this space is it's multi-layered, it's scary, it's exciting, it's groundbreaking, it's emotional. As a mother myself and a coach, I form a relationship with each and every one of my swimmers and my clients. And that relationship is different depending on how we're able to connect. But what I love is that relationship brings empathy and compassion, and I celebrate my swimmers, whether they're in or out of the water. Even right now, years later, I have some of my swimmers that still reach out to me. Hey, Coach, I just want you to know I'm doing this, and, could you write this letter of recommendation? And so having these relationships as a mom, it kind of gives me a sense of responsibility over the people who are in my organization and the people who are in my household. And so the love that I pour into my son also gets poured into my business and into my clients. And I think that is what makes swimming with me so special. You can take swim lessons anywhere, but there's only one Coach Noelle, and nobody's going to love you the way that I'm going to love you. And part of that comes from being a woman and being a giver of life and understanding how precious life is and being able to celebrate it in all its forms.
That's so beautiful.
I know that was a lot.
No, it's so beautiful. And it is so true. Just that, and of course, I'm not taking anything away at all from, all of the male coaches that we have, but there is a certain touch that a woman has, and there's an intuition, I believe, that we have, that we can even understand when a child gets into the water, what they're feeling or what they need, those needs. And so I just consider the coaches that I've had, growing up, and how much it's a look up to, it's a mentorship. Like there's so much that goes into that. And all of your students are like your children. Like truly, it's
They are. And and they let me know constantly. Like they're not scared to ask me, Coach Noelle, I don't like that outfit on you. Excuse me? Well, I don't recall asking you, but thank you for letting me know. Let me go change. It's a beautiful thing. But you're right, there is something special about being a woman and a touch and an intuition that we have. And that intuition is what I believe makes women such amazing advocates. Because one thing about us is we're going to fight and we're going to show up.
That's right.
You can have your opinion, you can have the documentation that you need, but at the end of the day, that intuition is going to tell you so much more than a document. And the more you learn to listen to it and be in tune with it, the more productive you'll become and the more lives you'll be able to save. And so I've embraced it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've embraced it.
And talking about embracing it, what are some of the ways that you were encouraged to even get involved with swimming? Like, what is your story of getting into that space?
Well, I've always been a swimmer. I have always had a natural connection to water. Water calms me. Where other people see panic, I see peace. I feel safe in water. I always have. And it doesn't matter how big or small the body of water is. And the closer I am to water, the more calm I become. So this has always been my nature. But what truly inspired me to create AfroSwimmers and to make this my life's work is when I was 26 years old, I was diagnosed with degenerative disc disease in my cervical spine, C5, C6. Wow. And as an athlete, my entire life, I didn't understand where this diagnosis was coming from. And I lost all of my upper body strength. When I was 28 years old, I had my first spinal surgery. I had what's called an anterior cervical fusion and discectomy, and I have a little scar right here where they go in through the front. And as I was healing from that surgery, I lost range of motion in my neck. There were a lot of things that they told me I wouldn't be able to do anymore because this condition, there's no cure for it. There's only treatment. So I got back into the water, and everything that they told me I couldn't do on land, I could do in the water. I got my range of motion back. I got my health back. I rebuilt my upper body strength. And now I'm healthier now than I've ever been. And all of that was because of my relationship with water. So I literally got into the pool one day and never left.
Wow.
And now I help other people to use all of the natural healing benefits that water can bring to your life and your situation. I use my testimony and my experience to show other people that not only can you do it, it's free.
That's right. That's right.
You can afford to get in the water. Nobody owns the beach. That's ours. That belongs to the earth. That oceanfront belongs to the earth. And the more we learn how to protect our natural bodies of water, keep them clean, and then also making sure that you have access through community resources to aquatic centers, knowing what is available near you. And if something isn't available near you, having the resources and the ability to reach out to your congressman and woman and advocate for those aquatic centers that you need closer to your home. But you have a right to have this. And that's all I want people to know. You don't have to spend a lot of money to become a swimmer or to enjoy it or to heal with it. It's yours, and it always has been yours from the very beginning.
That's so beautiful. It's so true. I don't know, just the healing benefits. I don't know if you understand it until you need healing. We talked about that a little bit earlier before. It's like, you don't know until you've had the experience. And even if somebody tells you, you can say, oh, okay. But when you need it, that's when you truly get the understanding of the power of water. So
I love that. It's so true. And the trick is I want people to know how to swim before they need it. Mm-hmm. And the thing about my condition, Chezzik, is degenerative disc disease is something that almost every human being is going to develop as they age over the course of their lifetime. It's basically when your joints break down over time. It just happened to me at a very young age. And so having a relationship with water is one of the ways you can protect your spine from degenerative disease and reduce that wear and tear on your joints that other on land activities can cause. And so my goal is to get these kids as young as possible in the water, get families in the water together before they need it.
That's right.
Because you are going to need it.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. And that's one of my favorite things about water that I like to quote is you can do it forever. Like it's so gentle and, you know, it doesn't matter your age. It's really, truly a lifelong, life-saving skill. So
it is.
I'm with you. I have another question though. How and what do you think are ways that we can encourage more women, I mean, even specifically Black women and girls to embrace the water and swimming?
Oh, that's a very good question. The first thing I would say is increase visibility. Seeing is believing for a lot of people. So if you haven't seen a Black woman in your life going to the pool and having a healthy relationship with water, you don't really know what that looks like.
That's right.
One of the biggest questions that I get asked about daily, particularly from my Black female swimmers, is hair care. Coach Noelle, what do I do with my hair? And that actually was a part of the inspiration as well, hence the name AfroSwimmers, because your hair does not have to stop you from this relationship. And for anything, there are benefits that you can have to it. You just need to learn how to adapt and customize your lifestyle to fit all of your needs. Mm-hmm. So if your hair is prohibiting you from exercising or working out or swimming when you want to, that means your hairstyle does not work well with your needs. So what are we going to change? Are we going to change your needs or are we going to change the hairstyle?
That's right.
Now, here's the thing. You don't have to cut your hair off. There are products now that can teach you how to keep your hair healthy and moisturized without breakage. There are swim caps now that we can use to help reduce the breakage along the lining where the caps rub against the face. We have protective styles, okay? Understanding how to use protective styling to benefit you instead of causing you more stress. And as a Black woman, I do recognize that our self-care can get expensive. The cost of having all these products and these special caps and special combs and detanglers, these things can add up. And this is true. And that's also why one of the things that I do is I teach and encourage my students to learn how to read ingredients and utilize things that they already have at home. Avocado oil. You can cook with it, moisturize with it, grease your scalp, all with the same bottle. Mm-hmm. Coconut oil is a natural antifungal, and it adds a special protein to your hair where it can help strengthen the hair. And these are just to name a few off the top of my head. But understanding what products to use, when to use them, and the styles that promote your lifestyle and your health and activity needs. That's what we want to encourage for Black women and Black girls so that they can not have that stigma and those barriers that keep them from looking their best and feeling their best. That's and right. I recognize that struggle.
That's right. And again, as a woman, you have a different understanding of those struggles and needs and solutions on top of that. Mm-hmm. So I love it. I'm trying to keep it with the women's theme. And this is like maybe a baby step away from that. But if you had a magic wand and could do anything you wanted within the aquatic space, what would that be?
Oh, that's a good one. How many wishes do I get?
I know, trust me, because I got like 5, but yeah, I'll give you 2. I'll give you 2.
Okay. If I had a magic wand and I could accomplish anything in the aquatic space with 2 wishes, My first wish would be that everyone had access to safe and reliable aquatic facilities. That includes indoor swimming, outdoor swimming, aquatic therapy pools, saltwater pools, and access to natural bodies of water. So the first thing I would wish for is access for everyone. Every man, woman, and child on the face of this earth would have access to the ability to swim indoors, outdoors, and everything in between. And then the second thing I would wish for is that every single man, woman, and child would have the opportunity to learn how to swim. Because once you know how to swim, we can overcome the fear, we can overcome the stigma, we can create safe environments, and we can conquer water safety together. But you can't do that if you don't know the basics.
That's right.
So those are the two things I would wish
I love
for in the
it.
aquatic.
You did good because I was thinking, I was like, what would I say? But yeah, no, it is true. It's just that accessibility and ability, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
those things are key. And even as you were speaking, I just feel like understanding and feeling safe in the water and having that ability, it is a sense of freedom, right? And
Yes.
we even can take it all the way back, which I won't right now, but it's a sense of empowerment and freedom. And it's something you hope everyone experiences. So I feel crazy because I would love to continue this conversation. We had a whole pre-conversation that
We
took us
did.
to like cut this one short, but I'm hopeful that we will do this again and in a longer format. And I just look forward to working with you and continuing this it's a fight, continuing this fight to of equity and just keeping our community safe. So as you said earlier, women are advocates, and we're going to show up and be there. And as you said again, what is that statement of you can go far alone, or what is it? You can
Oh,
go
yes, the
fast
African
alone.
proverb.
You can go fast alone, but you can go far together, something of that nature. And I really, truly look forward to the two powerhouses coming together to really shake it up. So, along with our other folks, because we do have folks, we have folks.
Oh, it's a collaborative effort, and that's one of the things that I coach through, as well as teaching people how to build partnerships. This is not a one woman show. This
Mm-mm.
is not a one person job. This is not a one organization job. You need help. You need lifeguards. You need administrators. We need water safety instructors. We need lifeguard instructor trainers. We need CPR trainers and certifications. Everyone has a role to play. We need water watchers. We
Yeah.
need parents who just sit on the side and help watch other people's children so that they can go to the bathroom. Everybody has a role to play. And quick plug, if you're not following No More Under on social media, please make sure you're doing that. If you're not following hashtag AfroSwimmers, please make sure you're doing that. You're really missing out on change in history in the making. We are women's history because we're making it right now. We saw a problem and we are addressing it. And that's what makes us so cool. So, Cheswick, I'm so proud of you. I am honored to stand next to you. And whatever you need from me, you just don't hesitate and ask. I'm a phone call away.
Gosh, I'm over here tearing up. Thank you. And I appreciate your time and your energy and just coming into this space. You are someone that I look up to with all that you've done. So again, I'm looking forward to more. So thank you so much and happy Women's History Month.